little Fey Atomi. Oh yeah, see invisibility. There's probably twice as many Atomi as you can actually see.
I figured that would be
the Chord are somewhat open. You can see one of the Chord eyeing your crawling hand, as if you're not the only one in this place who wants to see what is unseen.
I'll see him eyeing it, and I will stuff it into my shirt and into the bag of holding in my body.
Friends, thank you so much for coming. We have wares that we're interested in trading and questions that we would like to ask. But first, we should introduce ourselves. I am Fereosae of Autumn.
We have not heard the clarion call of one from the Fey court in some time.
Yes.
We would like to know who you are, as the old ways are rarely spoken. The old ways are rarely sung.
Indeed. I am a refugee.
Saun, are you wandering over to this menagerie at all?
Where's the hookah?
Hookah's at the center, and they seem to be passing it around the Chord. The Chord are smoking the hookah.
So as Fereosae says, I'm Fereosae, the Sylvan of the refugee.
Yep.
I walk by her, I wave, I say, I'm Saun, I smoke, and I go to the hookah.
Are they...
Okay, so they find you a spot.
Mm-hmm.
Are they speaking
How is it?
common or...
The hookah is it is a strong tobacco mixed with some sort of mushed desert fruit. It actually tastes pretty good.
These guys are classy. These guys.
There is some sort of really, really dark, only served in small quantities, coffee-ish. Like it's really thick. Gets poured in tiny glasses. The glasses are just small enough the Atomis can actually serve it, and they're buzzing around. And there's like 3 Atomis lifting a small coffee pot off of the fire, and they're serving coffee. Zephyros is kind of pushing the professor in.
Yep, the professor will go in. He's a bit skittish and continuously casts a cantrip.
Okay, the one that saw you seeing him and the others and kind of sits the professor down beside the mite hole, where this little blue-skinned mite is sort of watching. It seems like he's part of the circle, but he's just watching what's going on. And there is one pillow that is empty. Of course, the professor sees that there might be one Atomi that is reserved a spot of honor, or might be the leader of their kind.
Do I see any runes or symbols or anything like that on the hookah?
The hookah does have some sort of lettering on it. What languages do you speak?
Well, common and the Carolingian, is that the word?
Cavangian and probably Giant. So the inscriptions seem to be in a language that is written up and down and is very flowing. You're not too sure whether they're patterns or language. Probably language, but it's nothing that you really understand.
Okay. Do I see anything that would look like a religious symbol though?
They have little fetishes and braids and beads in their beards.
No, I meant on the hookah.
Could be.
Okay. Here.
There's one glyph that's bigger than the other.
Let me flip a coin.
Do I see him studying this?
Well, yeah, you see him smoking and looking at the hookah.
Do I know what language it is?
What?
Is it Sylvan?
Nope.
Low and Quantity, high and Quantity, language of the dead, station, cant, giant, halfling, Sylvan, Kreen, draconic. And I've been trying to learn Infernal, but haven't really had much.
None of them. They'd require linguistics checks now to identify the language.
I will lean over and say.
And you can, if you have any linguistics as a skill, you could roll it.
Okay.
I'll lean over to Saun and say, "Nothing I recognize."
Where are you from? Says one of the Chord.
I've traveled with gremlins where I learned the hexes. I've been at the course of the Unseelie. I've been in the halls of the Archfey. But I've made my way to station, like many of us that had no place else to be.
I don't think I actually heard this story, so I'm kind of listening.
That does not answer the question, but we find it intriguing.
I am from here now, I suppose. But I will go on as well. When we have finished our business.
I turn and I say, what is our business?
It is the business of all of us trying to survive.
Yes.
By climbing into dragon layers? That's the opposite of survival.
The mite is going,
She said unseelie! They're saying dragon lore!
just yelling. You can hear a bunch of the mites piecing together a story that might even be more grand than this conversation.
Sometimes I'll yell stuff and Sylvan down there to help him out too.
I am the speaker.
I'm looking for a home that's still full of life.
There is rude old man up here.
That's
Old man?
Old man?
So why are you in the middle of a desert?
Oh, have you seen Station? Oh, it's
Yeah,
worse.
actually. No, it isn't. There's way more life in the station than there is in the middle of a desert.
Oh, but there's disease and rot. Well, rot's
I mean,
not all
there's
bad.
plenty of that in the desert as well.
Stone and metal. It's littered with those humans and their refuse.
Yes, death to humans, I'll say in Sylvan and recast Insane Fae aspect on myself.
A couple of the Korrid look at you suspiciously. A couple of them smile as they're smoking from the hookah. The hookah doesn't have only one hose; it's got multiple.
There is a place outside of
large.
Station where there are some hags, and I know that you have some as well.
Now they're talking about hags.
The mites seem to be frightened at that.
So when they are, and I take it that, like, we've sat there for a little bit, right?
Sure.
Okay. What I want to do is I want to pull out some herb and like reload the hookah with it
Okay. So
and
sounds playful.
demonstrate the skill, if that's possible. So I don't know that there is a way to like show off a hookah skill, but it's there.
You're showing off a hookah skill in the same way like a drunkard would show off a tavern trick kind of thing.
Okay,
So
yes.
yeah.
It's very much the same way.
A couple of the Korrid appreciate that.
Gardener was the parole that I came from.
What? Is this the business that you have called us for?
We have treasures that we found that we would trade for treasures you have found, and information. We seek to know the dangers of the area and what witchcraft lies in the cave of the Seer's Eye.
All right.
Are they friend or foe, or somewhere in between?
Is that the hag's cave?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
Saun doesn't seem to like hags.
No. So if the mites seem frightened, I make a point to exhale towards like that hole in the floor, and see if it calms them down.
he
not a little bit. That's not a bad idea.
it seems to calm him down a little bit that he wants you to do it again.
It's kind of
Oh
like
no, I do it continuously. Like I'm only exhaling that way.
Okay. Eventually, he falls back down the hole, and they have to replace that particular mite with another. It seems to be much more alert and willing. He proclaims that now he's the peeper now, as if the peeper is the name of his position.
Does he proclaim
Or the
it
roll.
down the hole?
No, he proclaims it up. What was the name of the hag?
Can I yell it down the hole that he said he's the peeper now?
I think I have that name.
The Hag's Eye Coven.
Yeah.
That's the one in Station? Is that the one you're talking about?
I really should watch like the entire first season.
Yes.
I've watched like 3 episodes, and I already feel like half my life is spent watching them.
There's a lot
There's a
to
lot of
digest.
material.
There's a lot to digest.
I had them written down somewhere.
The 3 hags.
It was the name of the artifact that I'm looking for.
Oh, it was the hag's eye.
The Hag's Eye.
Yeah. Night hag. Wait,
No.
who's the night hag?
They are.
The seer's eye.
There.
Yeah. Craven Roxana is the anise hag that we met.
And
Seer's Rock and the Hag's Cave are their home.
What do you want to know about them for? They're powerful seers.
Yes, powerful seers know things, and we wish to know things. There are dangerous ones near where we live. We would wish to be safe from them.
Okay. You've got your friends backing you up, so you can gather
And
information.
we're powerful.
You can gather information from the settlement, so you can make diplomacy checks
Yep.
to get the information that you want. Saun and the professor can aid you in these diplomacy checks. In fact, they're in the hut or in the tent with you, smoking hookah, interacting with the Fae in a manner that the Fae find pleasing, or at least not
We
not.
have slain Yrthak. We have driven the Death Vark away from their home, and taken the treasures of some of the treasures of the Smoking Butte.
this one's only me.
Yeah.
I'll cast glamour on myself, and I'll add little quips to back Fereosae up, like
Sure.
R2D2 makes sound effects for C-3PO story in Return of Jedi.
Sure. Meanwhile, Tech is outside keeping an eye on the hole that the mites had dug, and Makernam is just hanging out with the Zephyros, who didn't push his way into the Fey tent.
How large is the tent? Is it like drawn to scale?
Yeah, it's big enough for him to go inside. He just doesn't seem to be interested in going inside. He's getting some of the magic items ready for sale.
I should be able to auto aid you on this diplomacy. With the glamour running, puts me at...
Okay, that's a +2. Give me a diplomacy check to aid Saun.
Wait, it's above 10? Is auto
DC
aid?
is 10, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
I don't actually have any diplomacy.
Okay, so it is D20 plus your charisma modifier.
Yeah.
For sure.
Does Saun have any charisma?
Nope.
He's wrapped in like a
Doesn't show
mummy
his
thing.
It is 1.
1?
Yes.
Alright, so that actually detracts.
-2?
So, yep.
So it cancels
So it
out.
cancels out.
Yep.
Yeah.
D20 plus 15.
Diplomacy fails due to just everyone's thoughts being like slowed down.
Yeah, you thought you were making really great points. But
Yeah, you were just kind of distracting them, like
rambled off.
getting high with some of the
Yeah.
Korid.
19.
19? Okay.
Nothing amazing. Turn on the power.
They are.
Is it like winging?
Their patron. Their patron is a patron of prophecy. They will do business with you if you go there seeking their guidance. But if you don't go there in the name of their patron, you might very well end up in their stew pot.
Ah. Good to know.
As for the dangers of this place, it sounds like you've already been to one of the more dangerous places. Save for the nest of the Mother Yrthak.
Yes.
The only dangers that come around these places that would eclipse them are few and are very rare and rarely visit.
Aha.
You said if we come in the name of their patron?
Yes.
Is that the patron of prophecy? Who might that be?
They're witches. They don't worship a thing so much as sort of a powerful entity that represents a concept.
These hags do not worship it.
Worship, they're granted the power by it.
They attempt to steal from it.
Interesting. Using the eye, no doubt.
Yes. Although, it is a thing we rarely see.
Yes, they keep it away, hidden, for their own use.
Not sure.
What do you mean see? Do you visit the hags?
Fae have visited the hags on occasion. Our people are free to do as they wish.
Do you come to them in the name of their patron?
When we approach them, we are wise enough to approach them with the business of prophecy, or seeking prophecy.
Do they prophesy something for you?
They have.
What have they prophesied?
Is their prophecy true?
None of us in this tent have gone to see them.
Understood.
Like, I visibly relax
Yep.
and take an extra large pull from them.
They do demand a price, as prophecy is a language of the gods.
Indeed. What do folks give? What are we talking about here?
Depends.
Is this
On the question you need answered, I suppose?
Yes,
one of those?
if you want to know what to name your pet rat, it might be different than wanting to know who it is that you marry,
Do they usually?
or where something important is,
Yes, good.
or when you might die.
Is this the gold sort of payment, or is this more the firstborn son sort of payment, or?
They laugh at that.
It depends on their mood, or the nature of what it is that you ask. We would suggest that you leave these hags alone.
Good. Yes, good suggestion. Follow that.
Although they are known to pay for particular deeds.
Interesting.
And also cook people alive.
We do particular deeds, though. Perhaps they would trade us a deed for an answer.
Yes? It has been known.
Has anyone ever gone there for dinner? They invited me a few days back.
They start laughing.
Ew. It's quite amusing, I
I also
see.
thought it might be unwise.
Dine with many hags, do you?
I turned to the friend, you should totally go though.
Yeah, perhaps I shall, if I get tired of sled meats.
That makes me remember. I turned to the Faye. What do you eat?
Food?
What kind?
There's the lamb there.
Yeah, they say lamb and lizard and snake and bug, and they go on and on and on about particular varieties of cacti that are edible.
I take notes from that.
Okay.
Like mentally.
Yep.
So, your kind has lived in this valley?
We have lived near. We heard the call.
For long?
Long enough.
Any points of interest we might check out? Interesting places. We've seen the Smoking Butte, obviously, the Ossuary.
Or deeds we could do for you.
Yes, perhaps there's some sort of interesting hole made by an ancient civilization we could help you get tidied.
We are wise enough not to go down and poking around ancient holes, best left forgotten.
Oh, we are the kind of sort that are interested. The more ancient, the better, usually.
Normally the call, such as the one that was made, preludes trade.
Oh, yes, trade.
Yes.
We are most interested in trading with you.
Let us bring out some of our goods.
Let us bring out goods.
All right, they're interested in trading. They do take out an abacus as they're going to keep track of how much each side owes one another.
Alright, we could probably use a wand of cure light wounds if they've got one of those.
What's the base price of their market?
The base price of their market is
Did you say 500?
500.
Okay, a fresh first level wand is 750, but they could sell you wands that are at partial charges and are not fresh, like not with 50 charges.
Right, and the purchase limit's 2,500.
Yep. So give me 2d4. That's how many 25 charge wands of cure light wounds they have.
Alright. Five.
They've got 5 of them.
Alright. Let's see what we've got ourselves for trade.
They all swear that all of them have been used to cure before and are willing to trade.
They all work.
Basically, a staple of adventuring is the cure light wounds first level wand.
Probably a +1 long spear.
Yep, the +1 long spear we should sell.
Okay, let me just open up a calculator here.
Yeah.
So 5 times
Do you want to
375
mark
is
these as we go?
1875 for a +1 long spear. They will give you 1150.
How do we want to mark this as we go?
I can move it down in the sell
yes,
pile.
that makes a lot of sense actually.
And then mark it sold. In fact, everything that's in the sell pile is also for sale.
Okay, the abacus is saying that you owe them 725 gold.
All right.
This is after giving them the.
Yep,
the spear.
there's the magic spear. They look at it, and there's the 5 wands, and it's still in their favor.
Matt, are you gonna be editing?
Yeah, I'm working on this one page here. A ring of protection +1.
Those are what? 1,000 to sell? Let's see. I've spent too much time now in 2nd edition.
Oh, blasphemy!
Yeah, exactly.
Take your skill
Oh,
cantrips
Pathfinder
and get the
second
hell
edition.
out of here.
Right.
They're 2,000, so 1,000 to sell. So minus 1,000, they now owe you 275.
All right.
Nice.
What other things are you interested in?
Oh, I think that all of us would benefit from some magic ink. We'll be staying here for some time.
Not all of us.
Magic inks we would be interested in. Potions that resist sonic attacks. I think we would be interested in.
Going Yrthak hunting, are you?
Wanting to be prepared.
Oh, I will lean over to Fereosae and whisper, we did pick up the ring of the Yrthak hunter.
Oh, I know.
Okay, so a
Resistance in general.
potion of
Potions.
resistance against Sonic is a 2nd level potion. Those would be 300 apiece. They will give you 3 of them.
That seems like a useful thing, yes, gents?
Okay.
This couldn't hurt. I generally try to avoid being hit.
You owe them 625. And the abacus gets moving, and the items are all put out to prove that they're there.
How about 3 masterwork composite short bows, 3 masterwork hand axes, 4 exotic war saddles?
Okay,
From
give me a
the
second.
axe beats.
The how many masterwork items? Or masterwork weapons? Sorry.
6.
6 1800, so 9 minus 900,
Isn't it just
and then
Five.
it was
There's
a
only-
composite bow. 3 of them were composite bows.
one is composite, Then
Yeah, let me bring it down to
oh, you start moving on.
the cell area.
What strength score on the composite bow?
Strength 12.
12, okay.
Small. All of them are small.
And then how many saddles? 3?
4 exotic saddles.
4 masterwork saddles at 50 gold pieces apiece is
Yeah,
200
4
divided by
exotic
minus
war
100.
saddles.
Okay, they now owe you 575.
All right.
I like this back and forth.
This is fun. No one wants to keep any of those things, do they?
No. There's some crossbow. Masterwork light crossbow, small bolts, screaming bolts.
Take them.
Oh,
like those-
keep those around.
Yeah?
I could shoot a crossbow.
Okay.
Really?
They're worth it to me to keep rather than.
What about this +1 light mace with ventriloquism and invisibility?
Do you want
it? I need to pretty much have both of my hands full or empty at all time in order to do. I could pick up the mace, get the invisibility. I would only pick it up to use the things and then put it away. It's like
If you're-
useless
that'd
as
be
a
fine.
If
weapon.
you're close
Yeah.
enough to hit someone with a mace,
Maybe keep
I'll
it
never
around.
swing that mace.
It's
Never in a
mostly
million
valuable
years.
for its rod
Yeah.
properties, though. I think.
I'll keep it around. Yeah.
What else do we want? From them?
The biggest. What's that?
with a roll of 1, I try to vocalize that could use a belt because mine's damaged or non-existent for that.
Our updated balance in the slush fund is 2,483 gold pieces of magic ink. I know Zephyros has stuff to do. I've got stuff to do. I know you wanted scrolls. There may be some ranger spells that wizards can learn.
Let's keep selling for a moment then.
Okay.
I've got a studded leather +2.
Ooh.
What is that?
Is it studded leather like armor, or is it literally
Leather.
Yeah.
No,
Studded leather armor.
Okay. I have one. Never mind.
Okay.
Is yours +2? Yeah. Okay.
animal skinning kits. Do we need 2?
I believe that's 2,000, and they will buy up to 2,500. So, yeah,
Okay.
minus 2,000
Is the 2,500 like
per item.
maximum item that they
Yeah.
would buy?
Yeah,
Um.
they now owe you 2,500.
So
They're looking nervous. They're
Ah.
yeah.
So, what do you have in inks?
Give me 3d4.
I got it.
Professor? Sounds good.
They got 4.
No, they could sell you up to 4 grand worth of ink.
Holy cow, okay.
Probably more than we need.
You want, what, about a grand of ink?
I don't know. How much do you think?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. A grand probably wouldn't hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get 1,000 gold worth of ink then.
Okay, done.
I'll add that to the slush fund.
Yep, they still owe you 1,500.
I repeat the vague
Oh,
sentence that,
do you have a magic belt of any sort?
or even a normal belt, anything.
Yeah, let's look at magic.
Sounds pants are.
let's look at magic belts that are
those things that go over the
Suspenders, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Totally using them.
Braces, perhaps. Belt and braces.
No, suspenders.
Suspenders, yes. Yes, good.
all right. There is a category of magic items called belts.
Right.
And-
Magic belts, if you will.
Some of them are less than
Yeah.
500. So let's have a look.
That's actually weird that it would be that cheap. Like even a +1 item. I guess I'm thinking not in Pathfinder terms.
Okay. 2 would be 400. Okay. They have 3 belts. One is called the Belt of the Rider. It will give you a +2 competence bonus to ride checks. One is called the acrobats You want suspenders? Sure. Suspenders. And then +2 is basically a belt slot, but it helps you with your acrobatics checks. And then the last one for 400 gold pieces would be, I'm just looking at skills, the climber's belt would give you a +2 competence bonus to climb checks. All of them, the pricing at 400 gold pieces.
I feel like I want the acrobatics bunch. Can a bear wear suspenders?
You can wrap a belt around a bear, yes.
Can you though?
You can.
A bear's pretty fucking huge. Like this is an enormous belt for its
You can just find something to wrap it around and they can wear a belt slot.
Okay. Is it gonna help? Like
A +2 competence bonus adds to the skill check, yes.
But the bear doesn't have pants on, Marty.
You just hook them together and you wrap them around.
Hey, I can wear a belt without pants. I mean,
Let's all try this. Actually, hold on, stream.
Sit back down before I pull the plug.
all right.
When you say pull the plug.
Wow.
Oh.
It's like
I don't know what I'm looking at anymore.
full on Winnie the Pooh here with the belt. Yeah?
Oh,
Just
yes, okay.
shirt with
Not
no
where my mind
pants.
went at first. Yeah, I want the acrobatic suspenders.
Okay. So add that to your magic item list.
Can I just put them on?
Yeah, there's a gear belt slot
Yeah.
and
Coins? Have you coins of interest?
We can pay you the remainder in coin or gemstone.
We'll take it. I'm a fan of coins. Gemstones are nice too, but
Alright, and we'll say that they have one magic item they're particularly proud of, and it will be a random magic item because
we've still got a little bit that we could throw
Yep.
into the mix if we wanted to pull that.
give me a
all
percentile.
through. Shall I?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
1D100. 95.
It's a wondrous item.
They are rightly proud of it.
Check
Although
this shit
that's
out.
a category roll more than a.
Yep. Now we need to figure out what slot. Give me 1D100.
Oh, God, be suspenders.
Someone else want to do the 1D100?
Ah, come on, suspender slot.
81.
81 is a slotless item.
Ooh.
Nice.
Those are good.
Yeah.
So this
Would not be like a ring or anything. It's literally not.
Yeah, it'd be a thing you put in your
A
pocket. or
D6,
something
5
like
and
that.
6 are more powerful.
I'll throw one down.
Professor? The
It
2.
is a lesser medium slotless item, and then a percentile for what item is it?
Sorry, guys.
Shall I finish it off here?
Please,
Mhm.
please.
32.
This is
That's always fun.
Suspenders.
I like to believe that Marty just has an item in there. Like a single one, and he is
Sorry, meaningless. He's just like, oh yeah, hold on, let me scroll through. It's just
Is it watching porn?
No, I'm not watching porn.
just suspenders in there. That's all it says. Magic
Stop taking my pants
suspenders.
off.
All right,
so.
they do take out a small pillow, and on top of it there is a single black marble, might be a black pearl.
It is a pearl of power.
Ooh, what circle?
Third,
Ooh.
A mighty item.
this we plucked from a trader who did not know what its worth was.
Do you trade often with, speak often with traders passing through this area? We encountered the remains of one. Perhaps you know something about him?
Occasionally, folks do come out this way, especially given the Phant graveyard.
Do you recognize, I think the spear was, that we sold them was his?
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
This is like 9,000 gold pieces.
Yep.
But you said They're max 500.
Yes.
They happen to also have
So,
this, yeah.
Settlements have a predetermined number of fixed items,
Mm-hmm.
and then upon request, there's a percent chance that they have things that are under a certain amount.
Got it.
Those predetermined items I predetermined by rolling randomly
Got it.
and figuring out what they had. It could have been something not useful to this party, but a pearl of power sounds like it's useful
Certainly
to.
would not be suspended,
Yeah, right.
because that's very useful.
This would tip the scales. By our calculations, 7,900 gold pieces or zolas, if you must.
And then they seem to like say that to the humans.
We shan't.
As they don't like Zollers either. Perhaps
Hard.
like hard currency, hard gold is
But
what they trust.
Are there even humans here?
They think you're human because you're wrapped up in wrappings, and they did glance at.
They see through my illusion?
Oh, you're acting like a fae. Yeah. After the couple of hours of them sitting there, they eventually made their saving throws.
Or detected the
cared.
spellcasting.
Yeah.
Like I'm constantly doing it.
What's the scaled brow of immolation worth?
What is
I don't
the
think anyone's
scaled
had
brow of
just a
immolation?
headband of charisma +2 and a once per day lesser empower.
Nobody's interested in a charisma headband?
No one's been interested in it yet. Zephyros is an int caster.
Yeah, none of us are charisma casters.
I do some
Yeah.
charisma casting, but I have a really, really nice int headband.
Yeah.
I don't have a headband, and charisma can help rangers.
With talking to
Fuck
animals
it.
and
Is
stuff.
it head or headband?
It is a
Headband.
headband.
Headband? Oh yeah, I don't think Zephyr is going to give up his headband of intelligence.
No.
No, none of us are
You've
ever
got-
going to get
there's
that.
the headband of inspired wisdom that you've got your name on.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
That is-
I marked it off.
That I
Yeah.
think everyone would be
Yeah,
happy
give me an appraise check.
with. I actually have a little
Oh,
bit of-
Or a knowledge arcana, whichever
I'm
is the.
super good at appraise. I can.
It's a +2 in charisma item, right?
Yes.
Appraise is maxed out for me.
Oh, well, let me aid on appraise.
Do you auto aid on that?
Let me take a quick look here. I have not put that into the sheet yet. I have
Max.
to look that up.
What
on-
a way to start
I
the
know, I
year.
know. I feel like a loser.
Okay, so in my campaigns, ability score items are double the cost. So, okay, that's that much. And then what is the secondary power? Empower.
Yeah.
Once a day empower.
Once a
Lesser
day.
empower.
Lesser empower.
26 on the appraise.
Wow.
It's not bad.
It's not great. I rolled a 6.
This would be worth. On the open market, $9,500 gold pieces. It's almost the same amount as the pearl power.
When we pull it out, do they gasp audibly?
Yeah, they don't quite know what it is, but it does look pretty, so they do
They
gasp.
also might have seen it because we took it from one of the creatures in the smoking butte.
Smoking butt.
No. It's probably not a creature.
They spend some time identifying it and looking at it and appraising it, and they're going to treat you fairly. They would trade this item in the pearl, and then 1,600 gold coins worth of coins and gemstones.
Would
And
go to us.
it would go to you guys.
And that
So
would-
besides that,
that would even us out.
Yeah.
My booklet. I offer that to them.
What is it?
It's +2 booklet.
Oh yeah, because you're trying to grab that other one in there.
Okay, so a +2 buckler is.
Darkwood buckler.
Oh,
Plus
that's
Darkwood
good.
buckler. So
You're trying to get
That's
the air.
another 1,500.
That's nice.
They would owe you 3,100 after this. Oh, masterwork. 75. They would owe you 3,175.
anything else we
But there
want?
wasn't masterwork or.
Masterwork items are the base item before you apply magic.
Did you get potions or just the?
3 potions, 5 wands.
Is there any scrolls of particular spells we want to
Can I get
pick up
some,
and learn right now?
Maybe.
Can I get what kind of arrows do they have?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, magic arrows for you. That would be clutch.
Yeah, I have barely any left.
1, they don't have any. 2, they only have arrows of like different metals, and 3, they've actually got magic arrows. They have magic arrows.
Do they?
Yeah, they're fake. There you go.
Do they have hold on, what's it called?
They have a limited quantity of sleep arrows. They're 132 a pop.
Do they have a scroll of
Sleep arrows do non-lethal damage, and there's a chance that the person who you hit falls asleep. It's DC 11, but if you keep on tagging someone while trying to put them out, they're the type of things you use in non-lethal situations.
Right.
They
The kind of arrow you shoot someone with without an intent to hurt them.
Yep.
Yes.
Do they have a third circle spell in a scroll called Conjure Carriage?
No. 1 in 100 chance that they have it. If I roll a 1. Hey, Drake.
Drake's there.
They'll sell you a quiver of sleep arrows.
How much is it?
Where? Or how many arrows are there in the
For them, they'll a dozen. They'll sell you a dozen.
Okay. I
I
take
just need
that.
to write a few things down.
Okay.
31, 75, and 132 times 12.
That really should have all gone in like an Excel sheet. This is at this point this is like a freaking significant trade.
Yeah. That was some serious commerce.
31.75. Their abacuses say that they still owe you 15.91 after you get 12 sleep arrows. You can add those to your character sheet. They put down the sleep arrows. They've got like little pixie dust coming off of the feathers.
I'd say take the money at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. They provide you with 500 gold coins, or 591 gold coins, and a single small diamond worth 1,000 gold pieces.
591 coins.
Yep.
How much does that weigh?
And a
Divide by 50,
1,000
that's how many
GP
pounds.
diamond.
It's like 10 pounds of.
Right.
And then you got 12 sleep arrows.
They say they gave you a diamond because they like you. Diamonds have particularly strong uses when it comes to arcane and divine magics.
For sure, for sure.
You might need it.
And they kind of giggle. They might be making reference to the innocent but dumb question of maybe we should go have dinner with the hags.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. They conclude your trading with kebabs of roasted vegetables and carved bits of lamb meat, which is delicious. They do end the meal with
some for the bear.
sure, and they do end the meal with a little bit more of that coffee, and then with great alacrity and efficiency, the mites fill in their hole. Pack up their tent. The Korred have seemingly at-will commands to control ropes. Their tents get packed up onto the Rothe, and they ride off into the desert sunset.
May the summer end in a beautiful autumn, and a long autumn for you all.
I glance at the fact that we're in the desert.
And never winter.
It probably never will be. Yes, we are in the desert.
Alright. Would you like me to move this stuff down to a sold pile?
Sure. In fact, I think I have a sold sheet somewhere, and you could just cut and paste it into items sold.
Things sold. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Cool.
The Fae give you a bit of information, do a little bit of trade, and using your... Oh, there's one mite apparently that stayed behind. We'll buggers off. Zephyros is happy with the trade. As Fereosae invokes ancient rites that calls the Fae from their crevices and hidey holes and their businesses to her. A night is spent listening to jackals and hyenas pull apart the dead carcasses of Yrthak and Desert Rothe. It actually cools off enough that you guys take shelter within the solemn valley dedicated to the phant. And roll for random encounters. Nothing comes crawling out the desert to disturb you, you slayers. Next morning is here. What are you guys doing now? That's one day out of 15.
I have plenty of days I can fill up with learning spells and creating scrolls for other people to learn spells.
We should do that offline, though.
Yeah, that's not super exciting gameplay. But
Yeah.
Give me a second.
There are things to hunt out here. I also think we're being watched.
Ooh.
From the seers.
Yeah.
think so.
I thought I saw something this morning.
Perhaps they
We
want
won't
to
be able
trade.
to avoid them forever.
Perhaps they want to trade with us or speak with us. I'm sure we've attracted quite the commotion down here. Might be best to get in front of that whole situation.
We could try to meet them at their crossroads. They seem to like that.
Yes.
Are we fighting them or are we talking to them? Given that they've lived in this valley across from the Oracle for some time, I'm hesitant to try to kill them.
I think it would probably be unwise to start with death.
Perhaps they will come out if they see us. Well, sense us near the center.
Or we could just go and say hello.
That may be the prudent way.
So we're not gonna do.
I'm going to change this from trading with dessert fae
Yep.
to trading with desert fae.
Sure.
Come on.
Dessert fae.
No.
Just popping out of cakes and
So good. Do you have
they're like
the suspenders
anthropomorphized
and arrows on your
dessert.
sheet, Saun?
Like some sort of M&M's commercial.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to remove them from loot and treasure.
Uh-huh.
Good.
Is AC flat-footed -3 from normal? Or how does that work?
It depends.
Okay, gotcha. What? Oh, okay.
It is subtracting your dex modifier.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
If they wanted to, they could certainly come over here. We're setting up camp at the mouth of this valley.
So I wait until the camp is set up. And
Well, yeah, you guys spent a night here, so you've already slept. It is morning.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess in the morning, I guess I wave over Fereosae, because she seems like the most, and Mockernon, because they seem like the most sensible people here. And I pull out the wicker basket, That has been just in my pack. It's not very large.
Okay, you do notice that there's like a little bit of mist coming through the wicker basket.
Yes.
Like the warmth of the day seems to be combating with something from the basket. The basket's also dripping.
Yes.
Ooh.
How
have you kept this so long? How very interesting.
It's from the hags. And the reason I hate them. And
mist coming off of it, if I do say so.
It's from the hags. That's why there is a mist.
Which hags? Sorry.
Margaret starts laughing at the joke that will never die
The
now.
hags from where you live, from where you hail.
No. From the Beastlands.
Yes, from the Beastlands.
I'm not from the Beastlands.
You are not from the Beastlands.
I'm from the Grand Station.
Oh, delightful. I'm from Grand Station. Although really I'm from Garden.
But you just said you were from here.
Sure. Now. Yes, go on.
Yeah. That conversation causes like a
Yeah.
an exception is thrown and
Delightful.
it ends. So the wicker basket, last time I opened it, had an icicle with runes inside it, and a satyr hand holding it.
Oh, Saun, my friend. You must show this to your friend Fereosae. We have satyr in our little valley as well, and they're not friends. I'll pull out the masterwork Darkwood satyrs pipes that I have. They don't give these to people. You kind of have to take them.
I take out satyr's curved dagger. So like this is from them as well.
Ooh.
It's definitely Sylvan craft.
Nice.
It's got Sylvish runes in it, and the dagger is cold iron.
Ooh. Our kind don't like this very much.
This
It's
is
meant
the
to hurt the Fae.
This is probably the type of weapon you would use when you were in a war with other Fae.
Yes.
Seelie versus unseelie kind of style of weapon.
It's particularly effective. Nice design though, isn't it?
I take the dagger, shove it back in the sheath, throw it in the pack, and I say that's not the important one. And kind of bring Fereosae's attention back to the icicle, and I point out that a satyr was defending this with his life. But the strange thing is that a magnificent forest elf was helping him. Now, I didn't spend that long in Beastlands,
Yes.
so I don't know the exact allegiances of forest animals there, other than my bear, who is allied to me, and that's great. And I launch into a tangent about the bear. But eventually,
Satyr is a druid like you.
well, he's probably worm food, unlike me at this point.
Oh, sure.
Because I killed him.
The elk as well?
Are you
Yes.
revealing what is in the basket?
Well, I opened the basket and
Okay.
I pointed to the icicle.
Yeah, there is this gruesome clawed hand that is completely frozen, like a solid frozen brick, to a almost like a foot-long tapered icicle. The icicle is conical in shape and does have what look like frozen runes that are moving ever so slightly inside the ice.
Ooh.
And the whole basket is cold. Like you could
It
chili.
just keeps everything near it cold, doesn't it? The dripping then is not the melt. It's the water that collects on cold things and drips off.
Is it for keeping or for eating?
You don't want to eat or keep this.
It might make your stomach very cold. It's also sharp,
Okay.
so maybe not this one. We will give you some wands for keeping.
Okay, I've got a joke for all of you. Makronam found two flat stones and kind of like smushed some sand between them. What is this?
I'm very carefully paying attention, like not even breathing.
So, it's a sandwich, isn't it?
Oh yes, it's a sandwich.
I high five Malcolm.
Markonom has never made a joke before, right? Has he? Deliberately?
I don't know.
He's riffed off of our jokes.
Yeah, exactly. He really liked the which.
Which is which?
I also pull out a clay amulet and say this was on the elk. I think the elk was I point to the bear.
Yes.
Was a friend
Yes.
of the satyr,
Right.
and I've never heard of that.
No, I don't think I have either. I don't think I've seen satyr that were good friends with the animals, but sure. It was powerful? Did it try to charm you?
No, it tried to kill me.
Did it talk about any other hags?
It didn't talk about hags, but I know that hags are allied with winter in Beastlands.
Yes.
And this is clearly winter.
I think the Archfey is a friend of winter as well.
I don't know who that is.
Pray you never need to know.
I really don't. So, no need to pray. Yeah. But the reason I'm showing this to you.
Oh, in fact, do you remember the hut that you were in, that you came out of the door of that?
Mm-hmm.
It is the Archfey's lair. So maybe you are interested. But the reason you're showing it to me.
I want to know what this icicle is.
Yes.
It seemed very important.
Yes. Still clutching it in death.
Yes. Well, I deliberately chopped the hand off after the satyr died.
Oh, yes.
I
I mean,
don't want to
of
touch
course.
it, and you
Yeah.
probably shouldn't either.
Yes, I don't think I will.
It looks cold.
Says Pixel, and whispers into Fereosae's ear.
I sense winter.
Yes. Yes. A powerful tool of the one that will end autumn. Until its time comes again. We should look at this with our magic visions. We should probably even tell...
You do a double take as Makernam looks like a basket. It looks exactly like the basket that you had, except it doesn't have the things in it. He's got a disguise check of... Let's see.
The professor, we should tell the professor.
No, we shouldn't.
Plus 30 to disguise himself as an
We
object.
should tell Zephyros. Is Zephyros here?
You got a 43. You need to make a perception check DC 43 to understand that the basket was an
I don't even have enough perception to know I should be making perception checks. I'm likely back doing archaeology again. I'm actually yelling for their attention because I found some pot shards.
Right.
But of course nobody's listening to me.
Absolutely not. That is correct.
Sweeping up some ancient garbage, basically.
Muttering.
This is important.
I'm talking as if they are listening though.
Some weather-worn Burger King wrap. You're like, this is important.
This was before they even knew it was possible!
Right. Okay, what are you doing with the icicle?
Let us show it to Zephyros. Let us identify it.
Yeah, absolutely. I wave Zephyros over. If he doesn't see me, I make the what's the sound the elephants make?
It's like a trumpeting.
Is there a noun for it?
It's like a trumpet almost.
Right. So I make that. Even if he does see me.
Severus looks up from his
Some weird like hand gesture too with the fingers.
This.
Yeah.
Alright, Zephyros goes and gets the professor because he knows the professor likes these. Sort of
Wait,
things.
no, leave him alone. Leave him there.
What is it?
He is most knowledgeable about these things.
It's true, he is.
Saun spits on the ground.
Tech has taken to climbing this part of the butte and is overwatching.